With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search, pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than anything. Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Nikola Jokic. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in a two-guard. And for the Nets, we've got Harden. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Griffin. And it's Irving at the one. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. Pass to Barton. Clock at 6. Murray outside. Here's Jokic. It's Porter outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Well, Jokic with great anticipation there. One of his better qualities as a passing big.
And here's Irving. And the pass to Harden. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Barton. Jokic kicks to Barton. Murray against Harris. A three-pointer off the mark. And KD's got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. Passes to Harden. Porter with the steal. Barton passes to Murray. Takes a three. Again, the miss by Murray.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 and that rim shrinking.
Here's Harden on the wing. Guarded by Porter. Harden's shot is off.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Barton passes to Gordon. Brooklyn with the rebound. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Irving against Murray. Shoots it. And the Nets miss again. Denver's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Bucket is good.
Well, there's a little bit of Murray's handle on display. The D looked totally confused as to what to do there.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Porter against Harris. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. KD looking around. Lays it up and banks it in.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Denver on top. They lead by 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And we caught up before the game with Nikola Jokic, who had a few thoughts about how to help his team succeed.
Selfless. I mean, you need to took your pride, you took your ego out, just to be part.
Greg, there are areas of Jokic's game where he probably is the best in the world.
I can't think of a center with better floor vision or better passing ability. His positioning, his angles, his ability to use his size to maximize effectiveness, all at an elite level.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got JaMychal Green. He's out there with Rivers. Green is out there with Morris. Campazzo. The rebound by Harden.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. They love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power. And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
The Nets with the lead. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Over in the corner, Brown. Off target from outside. The Nuggets trailed by 3. Rivers passes to Green. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Denver shooting their first free throws of this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And he knocks down the first one. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Claxton. Back to Irving. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray showing some smarts right there, some good patience in that pick and roll.
Irving passes to KD. Misses the wing J. The Nuggets have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. From downtown, the Nuggets with a new 14. Here's Gordon. Great look, but off the mark.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by Murray. Green taking his time here from 13, and it's Murray, that time on the assist by Green. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
The good old catch and shoot jumper there. Murray quickly getting these shots up and over the defense.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nuggets lead by 1. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And Kenny, what did you think about what we saw from Denver?
They played aggressive, lockdown defense. That was the main difference in the first half. Because when you come out and establish that you're going to play physical, that sets the tone for the rest of the game. On top of that, I think they showed more energy, outworking.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will. So Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
They've got Joe Harris. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Harden, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And that one's good, Durant.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Irving against Murray. It's Porter outside, drops in the tray. Porter's got 8 points.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Irving can't hit. Denver in the lead. Porter passes to Murray. That three off the mark.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing two-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
Jokic kicks to Barton. 4 on the clock. He can't get that one, and it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Griffin. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Gordon dishes to Murray. Pass to Barton. Back to Murray. 36 seconds left to play here in the third. The kick out to Barton. Shoots the three. And another miss by Denver. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Harden, that's good. Harden's got 4 points this quarter.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Irving against Murray. Down low, Jokic. The shot off that time. Great D that time from Griffin. And no good on the last second attempt this time. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Nets. They're up by 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. So on the floor for Denver, you've got Monte Morris. Green is out there with Green. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Rivers in at the 2-guard spot. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets with the lead. Durant with it. Great tee that time from Green. Rivers against Brown. Out to Morris, over Millsap. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
4-on-3 break. To the inside, stolen by Durant. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Brown's got the ball. Shot's good by Mills. Mills has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Brooklyn. Now here's Barton. T right on him. Mills with the rebound.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And it's Brown missing. The Nuggets trail by 4. Morris kicks to Green. And another miss by Denver. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Here's Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. He's been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Joe Harris is checked in for Millsap. James Harden comes in for Brown. And Irving subbed in for Patty Mills. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Denver calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 1:22 left in the fourth. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jamal Murray.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, when Mike Malone talked to his team during that last timeout, he told them, don't look at the scoreboard. It's 0-0. One play at a time. Execute the game plan. That's how we're going to win this game. Kevin is trying to keep him focused.
And here's Harden for 3, and the Nets miss again. For Denver, they've gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's Gordon missing.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Harden's shot is good.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Here's Irving. so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Blake. It really looked like you guys were on a string defensively, 5 guys. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, everybody came out and did a great job. And we're contesting shots, which forced them to miss more shots. And make sure we had a hand in their face. And then, we got rebounds and got on the open court and hit shots.
Yeah, it certainly looked like you made them fail you tonight, Blake, and it led to the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.